deep within the Jordanian desert lies a hidden wonder. This is Petra, the lost city. Petra is a testament to a lost civilization, the Nabateans. They carved this magnificent city from sheer rock over 2,000 years ago. Petra, half built, half carved into the sandstone cliffs, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The city's grandeur, carved into the very heart of the desert, captivates the imagination. It beckons travelers to step back in time. The Nabateans were masters of hydraulic engineering. They created a complex system of dams, cisterns, and channels. This ingenious system allowed them to thrive in an otherwise unforgiving environment. Their ingenuity is evident in every aspect of Petra's design. From the water channels that snaked through the city to the intricate tombs carved high into the cliffs, their legacy endures. Who were these people who carved a city from stone? The Nabateans were a unique blend of cultures, influenced by the Arabian Peninsula, Mesopotamia, and the Hellenistic world. Their art and architecture reflect this fusion of styles. Dushara, the god of the mountains, was a central figure in their belief system. The Nabateans also believed in a rich array of mythical creatures, from winged lions to sphinxes. These creatures reflected their worldview and spiritual understanding. The Nabateans, far from being isolated in their desert city, were masters of trade. They controlled vital trade routes that crisscrossed the ancient world. Their caravans, laden with incense, spices, and luxury goods, journeyed from Arabia to the Mediterranean, connecting east and west. Their strategic location at the crossroads of these routes brought them immense wealth and influence. Petra became a melting pot of cultures, as merchants, travelers, and diplomats from distant lands converged within its sandstone walls. The city buzzed with the exchange of goods, ideas, and stories. The Nabateans incorporated elements from Greek, Roman, and Egyptian traditions, creating a unique and eclectic blend. Despite their prominence in the ancient world, many aspects of Nabatean religion remain shrouded in mystery. They embraced a pantheon of gods and goddesses, each representing different aspects of nature, fortune, and the afterlife. Dushara, the god of the mountains, held a central place in their pantheon. Allure, a goddess associated with fertility and protection, was also widely venerated. They incorporated elements from Arabian, Mesopotamian, Egyptian, and Hellenistic beliefs, creating a unique and multifaceted religious landscape. The Nabateans' reverence for the afterlife is evident in their elaborate burial practices. They carved magnificent tombs into the sandstone cliffs, transforming the city's surroundings into a necropolis of breathtaking beauty. Inside these tombs, archaeologists have discovered remnants of funerary offerings, including pottery, jewelry, and even the bones of sacrificial animals. These offerings suggest a belief in providing for the deceased in the afterlife, accompanying them on their journey to the next world. The tombs of Petra stand as silent witnesses to a civilization that honored its ancestors and believed in the continuity of life beyond the grave. The Nabateans, though their civilization eventually faded, left behind an indelible mark on the world. Their legacy lives on in the rose-colored sandstone cliffs of Petra, a testament to their ingenuity, artistry, and resilience. The intricate carvings, the monumental tombs, and the remnants of their daily lives offer tantalizing clues to their world. Though many questions remain unanswered, their legacy continues to intrigue and inspire archaeologists, historians, and travelers alike. Petra stands as a reminder that even the most magnificent civilizations rise and fall, leaving behind a legacy etched in stone. The Nabateans, like many ancient cultures, adorned their city with depictions of mythical creatures. These beings, often hybrids of humans and animals, were not mere decorations. They held deep symbolic meaning, reflecting the Nabateans' understanding of the cosmos, the natural world, and the human psyche. Positioned at the entrances to tombs and temples, they stood as intermediaries between the physical and spiritual realms. They were tangible expressions of the Nabateans' spiritual worldview. Among the most enigmatic creatures found in Petra are the sphinxes. These mythical beings, with the body of a lion and the head of a human, often adorned tombs and temples. They represented the fusion of wisdom and power, intellect and instinct. The Sphinx's human head symbolized intelligence, knowledge, and the ability to reason. The lion's body represented strength, courage, and the ferocity needed to protect what was sacred. The Sphinx's presence in Nabatean art and architecture suggests a belief in the importance of balancing these qualities. Another prominent creature in Nabatean iconography is the winged lion. This majestic being, often depicted with its wings outstretched as if in mid-flight, symbolized power, protection, and the ability to transcend earthly limitations. The lion, king of the beasts, represented strength, courage, and vigilance. The winged lion was a protector, a guardian, and a messenger between the heavens and the earth. Its presence in Petra suggests a belief in the existence of benevolent forces capable of soaring above earthly concerns. The mythical creatures of Petra, though silent now, still speak to us across the centuries. They remind us of the power of imagination, the human need to make sense of the world through stories and symbols. These creatures, with their hybrid forms and rich symbolism, continue to fascinate and inspire. They remind us that the human experience is not confined to the material world, but encompasses the realms of myth, imagination, and spiritual yearning. These creatures, forever frozen in stone, continue to whisper their stories, inviting us to listen, to learn, and to dream. Across the world, from the sands of Egypt to the mountains of Greece, ancient cultures developed elaborate pantheons of gods and goddesses. Despite their geographical and cultural differences, these pantheons often exhibit striking similarities. The gods and goddesses, though bearing different names and attributes, often embody archetypal roles and characteristics that resonate across cultures. This suggests a universal human impulse to understand the world through the lens of mythology. For instance, the concept of a sky god, often associated with thunder, lightning, and rulership, appears in numerous cultures. Zeus in Greek mythology, Jupiter in Roman mythology, Odin in Norse mythology, and Indra in Hindu mythology. One of the most fundamental questions that has captivated humanity since time immemorial is the origin of the universe. How did the world come to be? What forces were at play in its creation? Across cultures, origin myths offer diverse and imaginative answers to these enduring questions. From the primordial waters of Egyptian mythology, where the god Atum emerged from nothingness to create the world, to the cosmic egg of Chinese mythology, from which the god Pangu emerged to separate heaven and earth. These myths reflect a profound human need to find meaning and order in the face of the unknown. While the specific details of these myths vary widely, they often share common themes and motifs. The act of creation often involves a separation of elements, a division between light and darkness, heaven and earth, order and chaos. The archetype of the mother goddess is a powerful and enduring one, found in cultures around the world. She is the embodiment of creation, fertility, and nurturing, the source of all life and the protector of the natural world. Yet the mother goddess is not solely a benevolent figure. She is also a force of nature, capable of both creation and destruction. This duality is reflected in her association with the cycles of nature, the ebb and flow of the seasons, and the inevitability of death and rebirth. The mother goddess in her totality, reminds us that life is a tapestry woven from both joy and sorrow, creation and destruction. The archetype of the wise old man is another recurring figure in mythology and storytelling. He is the keeper of ancient wisdom, the guide and mentor who appears in times of need, offering guidance, support, and a fresh perspective. Often depicted as a solitary figure, he has transcended the limitations of ego and attained a state of enlightenment. In Greek mythology, the centaur Chiron, renowned for his wisdom and healing abilities, served as a mentor to many heroes, including Hercules, Achilles, and Jason. The wise old man often appears as a hermit or a wanderer, detached from the material world and its concerns. His wisdom is not confined to books or teachings, but is rooted in lived experience and a deep understanding of the human condition. Section 1. Beyond gruesome visages, deciphering monstrosity. Monstrous figures loom large in mythology, often inspiring fear and revulsion. These creatures, often a grotesque fusion of animal and human attributes, defy the natural order, embodying chaos and threatening the stability of the known world. Their very existence challenges our understanding of what is normal, acceptable, and safe. But to dismiss these creatures as mere figments of a fearful imagination is to overlook their deeper significance. Monsters are not simply terrifying creatures. They are complex symbols embedded with cultural anxieties, moral lessons, and psychological insights. To unravel the meaning of a monster, we must look beyond its grotesque exterior and examine its role within the narrative. What does it represent? What fears or anxieties does it embody? What lessons does its defeat or triumph convey? The answers to these questions reveal much about the culture that created the monster. They offer insights into the societal values, fears, and aspirations of the people who told and retold these tales. Monsters, in their own unsettling way, hold up a mirror to humanity, forcing us to confront the darker aspects of ourselves and our world. On a psychological level, monsters tap into our deepest fears and anxieties. They embody the unknown, the uncontrollable, the forces that lie beyond the realm of reason and order. They give shape to our nightmares, giving form to the fears that lurk in the shadows of our subconscious. Consider the fearsome creatures that haunt children's nightmares, the monster under the bed, the creature lurking in the closet. These figures, though irrational, embody very real childhood anxieties: the fear of the dark, the fear of being alone, the fear of the unknown. Mythological monsters, though often more complex and nuanced, serve a similar purpose. They give form to our collective anxieties, our shared fears about the fragility of life, the unpredictability of the natural world, and the potential for violence and chaos to erupt at any moment. By confronting these fears in the form of stories and myths, we gain a sense of control over them. We learn to face our anxieties, to understand their origins, and to find ways to cope with them. The very act of telling and retelling these stories becomes a form of catharsis, a way of processing our fears and anxieties in a safe and controlled environment. Monsters often emerge at the intersections of cultures, where different belief systems, values, and worldviews collide. They embody the other, the unfamiliar, the potentially threatening aspects of foreign cultures. The Minotaur, a creature with the head of a bull and the body of a man from Greek mythology, is a prime example. This monstrous being, born from the union of a queen and a sacred bull, resided in a labyrinth on the island of Crete. The Minotaur, a product of a seemingly unnatural union, represented the dangers of unchecked passions and the consequences of defying the natural order. Similarly, Medusa, with her serpentine hair and deadly gaze, can be seen as a symbol of the other, the feared and misunderstood feminine power. Her ability to turn men to stone with a single glance represented a potent threat to patriarchal order. Her defeat at the hands of the hero Perseus reinforced the idea that such power must be controlled or vanquished. These monstrous figures, born from the anxieties of cultural exchange, remind us of the importance of understanding and respecting different perspectives. They challenge us to look beyond our own limited viewpoints and to embrace the richness and complexity of a multicultural world. Mythological monsters, though born in a distant past, continue to resonate with us today. They appear in our literature, our films, our video games, and our nightmares, reminding us of the enduring power of these archetypal figures. Why do these creatures, often grotesque and terrifying, continue to fascinate us? Perhaps it is because they embody the timeless human struggle against the forces of chaos and darkness. They represent the challenges we all face, both internal and external, as we strive to create meaning and order in a world often defined by uncertainty and change. Or perhaps it is their very monstrosity that draws us to them. They offer a glimpse into the darker aspects of human nature, the potential for cruelty, violence, and destruction that resides within us all. By confronting these shadows in the safe confines of myth and storytelling, we gain a better understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Whatever the reason, one thing is certain. Mythological monsters will continue to haunt our imaginations for generations to come. Their stories, passed down through the ages, will continue to challenge, to fascinate, and to remind us that the battle between order and chaos, light and darkness, is an eternal one. Monstrous figures serve as blank canvases for our fears and societal anxieties. They embody traits we repress or deem unacceptable. The monstrous is often defined in opposition to the human. What we consider monstrous reveals our own values and anxieties. Creatures like vampires symbolize exploitation and selfishness. They reflect anxieties about those who take more than they give. Monsters of chaos embody fears of violence and upheaval. They remind us of the fragility of civilization. Section 2. Taming the beast within societal anxieties and monsters. The monsters in mythology often emerge during societal upheaval, reflecting anxieties about change and chaos. They embody fears of disease, decay, and the breakdown of social order. During political instability or war, monsters represent tyranny and violence. These creatures give form to fears of invasion and oppression. By externalizing anxieties, societies confront them and process trauma. Section 3. When heroes battle beasts, morality. Tales in myth. The clash between hero and monster is a recurring motif in mythology, exploring moral dilemmas, societal values, and the nature of good and evil. These stories reinforce cultural norms, celebrate heroic virtues, and provide a framework for understanding human actions. The hero's journey to defeat a monster tests their courage, strength, and cunning. The monster symbolizes challenges and temptations on the path to adulthood. The hero's triumph reinforces societal values and beliefs. Defeating a creature symbolizing vice highlights honesty, integrity, and selflessness. The monster's defeat serves as a cautionary tale. These stories provide a framework for understanding good and evil. Some monsters have nuanced motivations, driven by pain or injustice. The hero grapples with moral ambiguities, recognizing the complexity of the monster's actions. Section 4. From ancient lore to modern screens, the enduring relevance of mythological storytelling. Mythological monsters captivate our imaginations, finding new life in literature, film, and games. These stories explore universal human experiences, fears, and aspirations. They provide a framework for understanding good, evil, and the human condition. Mythological monsters continue to challenge, frighten, and fascinate us. Section 1. Whispers from the past. Resonances in the present. As we emerge from the labyrinthine passages of Petra, we carry with us the echoes of ancient stories, the whispers of myths and legends that have resonated through millennia. The Nabateans left behind more than just breathtaking ruins. They bequeathed us a legacy of imagination and human ingenuity. The mythological creatures and gods worshipped by its people offer a glimpse into a worldview both familiar and strange. These myths continue to resonate with us today, reminding us of the timeless human need to grapple with questions of creation, mortality, and the nature of our existence. The journey through Petra becomes a quest for meaning and understanding that transcends time and space. The legacy of Petra, etched in stone and whispered on the wind, reminds us that the power of myth and the allure of the unknown will continue to beckon us forward, urging us to unravel the secrets of the past and to create new stories for the future.